Hi, and welcome to Weekly Entertainment. My name is Ian Smith, and on this episode we will be updating you on events that are happening on the show and across the area as well. There will also be some videos. We have a flight sim video for you that basically I'm in, and we'll go over the flight sim controls and training video for that. Another informational video. We plan to only have one more after that, hopefully, or this could be our last one. A driving tip recap where we go over and recap the last few weeks, and a video that it's not on a severe storm, but there was a storm that produced a lot of thunder in the area. And now we're going to take a look at the last few weeks of Weekly Entertainment. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had Patty Brown with us. We interviewed her and did an interview show on the movies and talked about different movies. And last week, if you were with us, we had Rudy Varcione with us. And we talked about guitars on Weekly Entertainment. Both of those were hosted by Mark from Crazy Mark TV. Rudy makes custom-made guitars, and that was pretty interesting to see. If you want to be on the show like Rudy, our website is weeklyentertainment.webs.com, and you go under our guest information page. There are sub-tabs under that for our forms to sign up to be on the show. We are now going to go to that video that has to do with flying on flight simulators and how that's trained, or how I do that. And so watch this video and we will be right back. Hi, and my name is Ian Smith, as you guys know by now, and we're going to do something different this week. Instead of doing a driver tip or a golfing tip, we're going to take a look at what we got here, which is my flight system that I use for Flight Simulator. And we're going to basically go through and go through some things on here that are similar and different from flying in a real plane. So without further ado, let's get started right now. While this loads, and it's not going to take too long, I've just got one other thing to mention. I do run an ATC program on here on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we're going to be running it starting, we've been running it for the last few years during the summer, but we're going to start doing it in the winter as well. So if you're interested and you have interest in flying or ATC on Microsoft Flight Simulator 10, if you have it, go to iatcs.webs.com. That once again is iatcs.webs.com, and click on the registration page to register to be in the program. You will be required to go through a trial period to make sure, in case we have overflow of people sign up. But other than that, that's basically it. I've run the program since 2007, so it's been about 5 years, I believe, since I started. Now, right now, we're just waiting for this thing to load. We got our, as I said earlier, we got our comms, or I think I did anyways. Our comms, our frequencies, and autopilot right there. We got our throttle quadrants right here. We got a yoke that controls the motion in the air. You can't see it, but down near my feet, I got rudder pedals to control the airplane while we're taxiing. There's our communicator that lets us know when something goes wrong or when we have something on. And over here we got our, it's hard to see, but we have our switches that turn on and off right there. And And it looks like I did not do something right when I loaded. So we'll be out in the West Coast tonight flying at Friday Harbor area. So I'm not going to mess with the comms. I'm just going to set this to transponder, which for VFR flying, that kind of scared me there, seeing that car run right by me. But we're going to taxi off the runway and go to a gate and show you how to do a startup in a Cessna. And it's basically the same in any aircraft, just gotta do different things. So let's get off the runway here and turn on our navigation lights. And let's see which is the quickest way. It looks like it's behind me. So I'm going to go to a parking spot and we'll be right back. And sorry about the sound, it's a little low. I'll turn that up for you guys so you can hear that a little better. And we'll be right back when I get to the parking spot. And as you can see, we are now in our parking spot. So we go through basically the same checks as we do in a Cessna. We're in a real plane. The only difference is we're in a simulator instead of an actual plane, so we don't do any of the outside stuff like the field check or the any other checks that are done outside. Before we get started, the graphics are you see here are from both Microsoft Flight Simulator and FTX graphics, which is basically growing across the world for doing graphics for FSX. And that's where all the lights and all the background scenery and most of the ground and airport scenery on this airport is from. I've got the Pacific Northwest expansion pack, and it's very great for the area. They're coming up with more, but we're not going to get into deep detail with that. Before we turn on the plane, we're going to go over the communication device here real quickly. This is basically the active and this is the standby. We switch by going between here and here. We need to turn on the plane electronics to do that. Transponder is always on 1200 unless we're on IFR, then it changes. We can set our altitude, our flaps, and this is our trim for our pitch. And that controls the pitch, whether it goes up or down the plane. We got our mixture, which is used in this plane, and our throttle. The prop, which is the blue one here, we don't need for this plane. And over here, I know it's hard to see, but we got our master switch, our Avionics master switch, which is used for this airplane as well. Fuel pump, which is used, DI switch is in for jets. Pitot heat, which is used here, and all the lights on the bottom are used here for the plane. We got our switch to turn on the plane, so we're going to do that right now. I'm going to set maybe not, flap check. Set our throttle probably about right there. Turn on our parking brake, and that parking brake indicator should have came on, but didn't. I'm hoping that one's not broken. Oh, it's because my Avionics aren't on. Mixture is down, and to start, we just go like this. And it started up, you can hear it. Hopefully the mic's picking it up. Let me turn on our Avionics. And we need some lights in here. Okay. I think we have time, so we're going to cover radio cues now. Now on this simulator, it's kind of it's the same thing. We push talk on a regular plane would be up on the front where my parking brake is, so I'm going to just reset that. Oops, that's my flap. And we just basically say what our intentions are. This is a VFR field or a no tower field. Tower, if present, we'd need to contact the tower through our communications, but because there's no tower here, we could just go straight to traffic. So I'm going to talk to traffic and tell them we're going to go and text 213-434. We are not going to take off in this lesson or do any landing or any flying. That will be for another day. So we're going to get started right now, and I'm going to tell them what we're doing. Friday Harbor traffic, November 6, Cessna November 684 Charlie Delta is taxiing to runway 34 for straight out departure. Friday Harbor. That basically tells everybody that we're now taxiing. So, now we're taxiing. I'm going to turn my taxi lights on. Even though it doesn't look like much, they are on. About the speed limit, you don't want any, at least the jets cannot go over 20 knots on the taxiway. The taxiway, most airports have more than one taxiway, and they have letters saying on the side A, B, C, or D. What that is that's taxiway Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, or Delta. The runway is the compass heading. So 340 degrees about is runway 34. And we'll go over that next time in our flying lessons here. So I hope you enjoyed this brief overview of this airplane, and we'll see you next time on Flying Tips, and we will be at Oakland Troy Airport next time. Friday Harbor traffic, 4 Charlie, Cessna November 684 Charlie Delta is taking off runway 34, remaining a pattern, touch and go traffic, Friday Harbor. We are back. If you have been keeping up with us, we have been mentioning about doing a behind the scenes video. That video has not been done yet, and so we will not be showing that for a few weeks. Probably near the end of the month we'll be showing that, or we'll probably be doing it in mid-September or late September. We've also been mentioning about doing a series in October. We are still going to be doing that series. So be looking out for a another promo video for that series towards the end of September for that. And you can also check our news page on the website for the updates on that as well. The informational video we are about to go to, like I said earlier, is probably going to be one of our last 2 videos. So we're going to go to that info video right now, and we will be right back. Hi, welcome to one more informational video for you guys. This one's going to be very brief. The last few times we've had audio issues, and we plan to not have that problem anymore, and if I see it, I'll fix it from now on. Hopefully we won't have have any more problems like we have been in the past. This is a new show, so we're still working out all the audio stuff. The other thing is the golfing video from last week was made before we even were on the TV station, so the video and audio, like I said, were not in sync. In fact, the audio levels were pretty low. So sorry about that. And in the first week we had a very long video. We won't have many of those, but we might in October when we do the 4-week, 5-week series. And I'm looking at the calendar right now, and October our show's going to be airing. I guess we can make it 4 weeks. I was going to stretch, actually no, I can't stretch 5 because the 31st is on a Wednesday. And that leads us to our next section. When we air, we will be airing Tuesdays on CMN and Wednesdays on CMN TV as well. Tuesdays at 12 p.m. and Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. So keep an eye out for us on those 2 days and at those times. Last video you guys saw was a little Flight Simulator video that I made. That was a pretty decent sized video too. Sorry about that, I didn't mean to make it go that long. Didn't realize it went that long until all the editing was done, and I did trim it down. It was actually 15 minutes long, but I was able to trim it down to about 11 minutes. In fact, it would have been 17 minutes, but I trimmed it down to 11. So, that was basically it. Up next, I've decided to do a driving tip video, even though earlier I stated I wasn't going to do one, or we weren't going to try to do one. That was before I figured, let's make this video 10 minutes long so we can get all the other videos in. So, up next we got a driving tip video. Bye. We are back. We hope that you're enjoying this episode of Weekly Entertainment. Coming up next weekend is the 18th annual Woodwood Dream Cruise, as we stated a few weeks back. And so if you're still looking for something to do next weekend, that would be something to do over the weekend, which happens to be August 18th. So that's next weekend. We, speaking of cruising, we are now about to go over to a driving tip video. This video is going to give us a quick recap of the last few weeks, and hopefully you guys enjoy that video. So watch this video, and we'll be right back. Hi, my name is Ian Smith, and this will be a quick overview of the last few weeks. Last week we had some audio issues, so that's why I'm doing that. We quickly went over the cruise control on here and power mirrors, which all the cars now have basically got power mirrors. Jeeps, some Jeeps do, some Jeeps don't, depending on the brand of Jeep. Most cars nowadays do not have a tape cassette in their car, but some of the older ones do. So, we hope we don't, oops. We hope we don't have any more audio issues with this driving tip video. We, so far, all the videos I've done past last week, for this week video stuff has been working out great. So we touched base on cell phones and staying away from them, and radios, and I think that will basically cover it for this week, for this time at least. If we don't see you next week, we'll see you next time, and we'll definitely be seeing you in October for a few weeks there when we do special driving tips for the month of October, when we do the autism thing. When you look and take a look at that. So I hope you enjoyed this quick overview of what happened last week, and I'll try to be a little bit better with these driving tips, and I'll see you next time. And we are a new show, and I did say that in the previous videos as well. So we'll see you next time on Driving Tips. Bye. We are back. We have one more video for you guys, but before we go to that video, just a little bit more information on this video. This video was taped a few weeks back. It's a storm that came through. The storm was not severe. It did have a lot of lightning and thunder and rain with it. There were a few other storms that same day that were severe and produced a tornado warning. Well, probably not a tornado, but at least a warning out in Sandusky, Michigan, which is in Salinas County, I believe. And there was also another one near Lapeer County as well that didn't spawn a warning but had early rotation signs on radar. We did not catch that video, that tornado warning on video, or near that storm, but we did have a storm earlier in the day in the area, and there weren't any severe warnings on those, I believe. So we're going to go to that video, and we will be right back. We are back. We would like to remind you again that the Woodward Dream Cruise is next weekend on the 18th, but it will be going on all week. In fact, I believe it starts on Sunday of the week of. So look for that. And once again, check us out at weeklyentertainment.webs.com. If you want to be on the show, we are more than welcome. More happy to have you guys. We hope that you enjoyed this episode of Weekly Entertainment, and we will see you next time. Bye.